Our guest in this segment, we have three: Jennifer Smith from Build Up Berkeley, and of course her position with the Economic Development organization here in Berkeley County. Jen, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Word on Build Up Berkeley before we introduce the guests.
Sure. So just a little bit of background about Build Up Berkeley. So it is a business pitch competition. So we did have about 35 applicants submit applications. They had to submit a pitch. We had a panel of judges that reviewed those pitches. They were then scored. We did pick 11 to compete in the competition. So they will now go through a series of educational series, which they have already started. So we have experts in their field teaching, legal, HR, learning all about taxes. We also are working with Blue Ridge Community and Technical College, where they're putting together a business plan. The business plan is a part of the competition as well. So we will take the scores from class participation as well as the business plan. And then we're going to have a final pitch on November 7th at the Apollo. That is open to the public, so please come out and support all the entrepreneurs. It is a great event. So the scores from the business plan, class participation, and their final pitch will all be calculated together, and then grand prize is $10,000.
Wow.
Second prize is $5,000. Third prize is $2,500, and then we also have a People's Pick, which is $1,000. And we wouldn't be able to do this without our sponsors. So CMB Bank is our platinum sponsor. They have been the platinum sponsor for the past. This is the third year, and they are giving away the $10,000 grand prize. So
they've been a sponsor all 3 years?
Absolutely. So they're huge supporters of this program. We also have CNB Bank, Black Diamond Realty.
You have 20 minutes. You can fill in the blank as we go. Sorry.
But, it's a great program. And, regardless if they win the cash prize, they still get the educational background behind it. They also are paired with mentors along the way. They'll have their finished business plan. So it's a great opportunity and a great learning experience.
We have a guest by phone and a guest in studio. Let's meet our in-studio guest first, Zach McEady. Zach, good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us the Zach story.
Oh, that's a long story.
We got 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Long story short, I'm originally from the Virginia Beach area, but, I moved here from, 4th to 8th grade I was here, moved back to Virginia Beach, traveled after college. After that, went to different states, Miami, moved back here about 2 or 3 years ago. And, I'm here back in Martinsburg. And pretty much, my story, I've always been entrepreneurial, always tried different business models, affiliate marketing, network marketing, just different things. I always wanted to get out there.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to a small career college in Virginia Beach, Bryant and Stratton College.
Okay.
Associate's degree in business. And pretty much after I got my associate's degree, I started in life insurance sales. So always been.
So traded the 757 and Miami for Martinsburg.
Yeah.
Do you miss the water, though?
Oh, I miss it.
I was about to say, this is a beautiful country, but I do miss the water.
Yeah, I mean, Miami is definitely, the breeze, just being in Miami is definitely nice. The winters are better than here.
Much different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have winter. Yeah, really. So what is your business, Zach?
Yep, so I actually have a cleaning service, cleaning referral agency, so Wild and Wonderful Cleaning Services. And it's funny. I started the business because my mom had a stroke a few years ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yep, thank you. And when I moved back, I was the only one that could pretty much help, keep the house maintained. And it was kind of difficult to do that when I was working 60 hours a week at the same time. So I was like, man, I wish I had a cleaning service. And I looked in the area. I'm like, couldn't really find any. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start my own thing. So I started my own thing because if my mom is dealing with this, then other people in the community are dealing with this. And again, I've always been entrepreneurial. And I said, why not? This is my one shot.
So
to do something.
did you start doing the cleaning yourself or hiring other people to do it and dispatching them to different places?
Yeah, good question. So I started doing the cleaning myself very briefly. Hired one person and then built with her. And right now we have about 4 or 5 cleaners on my team.
Mm-hmm.
And we've actually been up and running for about a year now, coming up September 27th.
You do mostly residential or businesses or both or what?
Yep, 90%, I would say 95% residential.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Sarah Catrow is on the phone with us. Sarah, thank you for holding and being patient as well while we join you here. Good morning and thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you.
Yes, Sarah, tell us your story.
All right. I am born and raised here in Berkeley County. Always had an entrepreneurial spirit. Founded my business as a single mom out of necessity, the old mother of invention. While I was unemployed raising my kids, I suffered a lumbar disc injury.
Ooh.
And without health insurance, I was able to kind of heal myself, get myself back on my feet, literally, using massage and yoga. So when it was time to go back into the workforce, I decided to go that route, and it has been amazing. I worked for a spa for a while, and then 2 years into that, decided to open my own business and have done a pretty good job. It's been 10 years now, but this Build Up Berkeley program has been a blessing. It's really nice to be able to go back to the beginning and kind of do some of the stuff correctly, as I was just pulling it up and just doing it on my own.
Jen, your thoughts about these two candidates here?
So I think they're both really good candidates. We have a variety of different businesses that range. We're all over the board this year, and I think that it's the most exciting group we've had. They're very enthusiastic, ready to learn. So I wish both of them luck. I support all of them in the competition. And like she said, I mean, there's a lot that, maybe they're just starting out or they've been in business for a while, but this program can definitely help them, like she said, do things correctly, and make sure that, if you're missing something, on the legal side, maybe you should have, been an LLC or something different. So we take a deeper dive into what their organization is and make sure that everything is correct.
How long have you had this program?
This is our 3rd year.
3rd year. Okay. Yeah.
Sarah, your company's called Parasimple?
It is.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about that. So you say you've been doing this about 10 years?
Yes.
Okay.
So we are a wellness facility. We offer massage therapy, yoga, and Reiki. I don't really like the term spa for Parasimple because we take a more functional approach to well-being as opposed to maybe the more fleeting effects of beauty or pampering. Not that there's anything wrong with those at all. We just like to focus on having a positive impact on our clients' overall habits and their daily lifestyles so that the changes kind of come from within and become part of who they really are, because those are the effects that will radiate out into their relationships and our community and ultimately help raise the vibration of the whole collective and, quote unquote, make the world a better place.
So Zach's been at his business for a year. He's done other things, but he's about a year into his business. So I could see being a year into a business and saying, maybe Build Up Berkeley's got some things that could help me or assist me in learning what to do, what not to do. But you've been doing this for 10. I would think after 10,
Yeah.
You'd think, hey, I've got it all figured out. But you still are going through Build Up Berkeley. What were you seeking? What were you seeking that you weren't getting from your own guidance for the first 10 years?
So the first 10 years, I have had zero capital. I have had no loans. I have had no help. I've completely done this on my own. I got to the point where I needed other people to help me do the work. So I have people working for me, but still no capital, not in debt with this business at all. And I definitely see the opportunity to go back, fix these things that I have not done like most normal business owners. And I see the opportunity for it to help me reach a lot more people and help a lot more people and just grow it from there.
Mike Allers Jr.
Yes. I guess this question could be to Sarah and then to all of you as well. What is best about, being at least utilizing that entrepreneurial spirit in West Virginia? Is West Virginia a good state to kind of harness that ambition?
I will say that West Virginia is, to me, and again, full disclosure, I do not have a degree in business or anything. So from my experience with 10 years, West Virginia is a tricky place to me. We do have like a lower cost of living and lower incomes, but we are also just 45 minutes away from the richest counties per capita in the entire country. So we're in a unique place. I honestly, I feel like Build Up Berkeley might help me harness some of the pros and cons there. I really don't have a solid opinion on whether it's beneficial or not.
Zach?
Yeah, I think West Virginia is a land of opportunity, like this whole country is. But West Virginia in particular, it's kind of a forgotten place. I've talked to so many of my friends, and they don't even know where West Virginia is. They think we're Western Virginia.
Yeah.
They don't even know we're a state.
We just talked about that yesterday. Yeah.
It's kind of funny. So, I mean, I think especially Berkeley County, Jefferson County, we're kind of, like Sarah said, closer to, more affluent counties in terms of like just the socioeconomic things. But I think we are the leaders in terms of like just economic opportunity. And I think we can definitely influence the whole state in regards to entrepreneurship and making things better for the whole state of West Virginia.
Jen Smith, how can Build Up Berkeley help Zach and Sarah capture some of that market right across the river, so to speak, where there is even more money?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of promotion that we're doing as a part of Build Up Berkeley, and we'll continue to support them moving forward. So, just sharing their information obviously is one thing, but I do want to mention, West Virginia, we actually rank the lowest in access to capital. So, small businesses, as they're growing, in the first, at least in the first 5 years, that's a true testament, especially to Sarah, since she's been in business for 10, that, most businesses don't succeed. And, access to capital is pretty critical, especially for a smaller business. And that's our job at the Development Authority, is make sure that businesses get the resources that they need. There's a lot of resources for larger manufacturers that the state offers. There's not a whole lot for small businesses, and that's why we at the Development Authority really support the Build Up Berkeley program. But we work closely with Washington County and Frederick County in Virginia. So we're all connected, and, like I said, sharing their information and getting what they do out there and getting their story out there, I think will definitely attract new business for them.
Yeah, I was going to ask you why you thought access to capital was so difficult, and I think you sort of answered the question. That the folks in Charleston who do economic development, I remember for years when I was in the legislature trying to get their attention to projects over here, particularly in tourism and agriculture, and for 20 years straight, the answer I would get from the economic development folks: if you're not going to bend sheet metal, we're not interested in bringing them here. It's just it's a psychology, I think. It's not any set of rules written on paper. It's a psychology down there that it has to be bending sheet metal in order to produce jobs.
Well, there needs to be a spirit of entrepreneurship that everybody here has, because it seems like people are allergic in Charleston to success and to actually creating a good environment when it comes to jobs and everything else. So they're allergic to it.
Sarah and Zach, how did you find the regulation environment, the paperwork when you went to set up your business and going through the Secretary of State's office and such? Zach, let's start with you.
I found it fairly simple. How I started the business, I actually bought a course online. And I know there's a lot of things, discourse about whether courses are scams or whatever. on the online space, but I found it very valuable. They taught me pretty much where to go, how to set up my business, and all of these things. So I found it very simple. I used a site called bizee.com, bizee.com, and literally I just paid them to do everything for me, and they made sure that I was, regulated, set up with the state correctly, and everything like that. And I just paid them a fee for them to do everything.
That's worth it.
And how did you find out about Build Up Berkeley?
So I found out about Build Up Berkeley. I was coming in for dinner, meeting my girlfriend, and then lo and behold, Miss Jennifer walked in, and they were talking about Build Up Berkeley, and then my friend Jamie Stoneberger, he was like, "Hey, you need to go ahead and do this." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll look into it." And then I just, everybody that was there, they just kept saying, "Hey, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it." And yeah, I mean, I applied, and I'm super grateful that I got selected to be one of the 11 finalists.
What do you think has been the best part of this program for you and your business so far?
The connections with the other contestants. I mean, it's a competition, but I really believe that it's about connections, and it's about working together and collaborating, because if you're going to succeed in anything, you have to have connections. You have to help other people, and that's the major thing. If you have a thought process where you have to be the only winner, then I think that's going to be detrimental to not only your success but everybody else's success. Whereas if you are collaborating with other entrepreneurs in your area, whether they're competition or not, then it's pretty much sharing a piece of a pie.
Sarah, your thoughts. First off, how did you find out about Build Up Berkeley and Jennifer Smith?
That I found out about the program because I celebrated along with the winners of last year's competition, Food by Fire. They're good friends of mine. So, it was definitely my ears perked up a little bit at the thought of the program. So then when I saw that they were taking applicants, I applied.
And how have you found the Secretary of State's office in regards to establishing a business and the reporting requirements and such?
That I just kind of fumbled through registering my business, but it was very easy. I literally registered online, on my laptop in my living room, probably late at night after my kids were in bed. It was very easy to get registered. As far as regulations from there, that was with my state board massage licensure.
And in regards to regulation and reporting requirements to continue to run your business, any thoughts on how that's worked out?
It's been very simple for me, just having a service. I report yearly, not even quarterly, so it's been very easy.
And
no hiccups along the way.
What's been the most rewarding part or enriching part of being a part of Build Up Berkeley for your business?
Just exactly what he said as well, the sense of community in this, with other small business owners with their hearts in it, and just being able to connect with other people and learn from each other and help each other, and listening. I mean, just listening to people go through. I've been humbled a lot by this program, but I've also just felt like, oh, great, I'm not the only one, or wow, they've got it way harder than I do in this area, and it's been eye-opening, and it's been great.
Jen, 3 years doing this. Think back over the first 2 years. What types of things have you folks learned at Build Up Berkeley about putting on this program, and what changes, if any, have you made in your third year?
Originally we were thinking about doing this program every other year, but it was a huge success the first year, and we're seeing, tremendous responses from the participants. So that's why we've decided to do it every year. And also a huge thing to our supporters. We have changed some rules along the way, but that just comes with, learning different things as we're moving. I will say all of the participants, we've done interviews afterwards, and, regardless if they've won the prize money, when they talk about connections, that's what it's all about, and getting the mentors and even the educators. You have the experience to meet with a local attorney that has, years of experience to ask him questions. You don't get that unless you're paying, $400 an hour. So we are giving these opportunities, we're giving them marketing, and that is a huge value to all of these businesses. So we want to make sure that we're supporting all the businesses as they're continuing to grow, regardless if they win or not. I do want to just mention, though, that our past winners, so Oakwood Barbecue, they're still thriving and actually going to be the restaurant in the Interwoven Mills. So where the new apartments are downtown. So they've taken a huge leap, and so that's very exciting for them. And even Food by Fire, they have actually purchased a building in Hedgesville. So all of them are still benefiting, and obviously we're still supporting them as they're.
So, any truth to the winners being food places because they're bringing the judges free samples? Any truth to that rumor?
No, it's just because they're food.
Food sells.
I'm going to say no. All of them do have the opportunity to bring props, but yes, I guess food is a little different. But I will say both of the winners, even though yes, they were food, they gave an awesome presentation, and their business plans were really good. So, and none of them missed classes. Classes are really important, so they do get deducted points if you do miss classes. So it's important to be there and show up.
Half of life is just showing up, Mike Ellis Jr.
Who said that again? Is that
I can't remember.
Yogi Berra or Woody Allen?
I thought it was Cal Ripken.
I looked it up. He did it 2,600 and whatever it was in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the deal. That's what they tell you in school. Half of graduating from school is showing up. Half of life is just showing up.
I'm pretty sure that's Woody Allen, actually.
It's important. It's a big part. So we've got a minute left. When is the competition?
So the final competition where they'll be on stage is November the 7th at 5:30 at the Apollo. It is open to the public. So please show up. Please support the entrepreneurs. These are hometown. It keeps
Is
the
there
money
an
local.
admission price?
It is not.
Okay.
So, free for all. So
Got it.
And I do want to just give a shout out. So Parasimple, they're actually doing a ribbon cutting. So I want Sarah to talk about that this week.
Oh, Sarah, congratulations. When's your ribbon cutting? I got about 20 seconds.
Thank you. It is Friday morning at 11 a.m. We are
What-
127 West Burke Street.
127 West Burke?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Sarah. And Zach, best of luck to both of you with your pitches.
Thank you.
And I hope you come up with some money. That'd be great. Jen, thanks again.
Thank you.
And we're going to meet some other folks, too, among these final 11 before it's all said and done, right?
Absolutely.
Very good.